National Weather Service issues several warnings and watches. One viewer wanted to know why other organizations don't issue them. Victor Puente has tonight's Good Question.
For today's Good Question, Donald asks, why are the people at the National Weather Service the only ones who issue tornado warnings? Do they have access to different radars than our local meteorologist? I asked Jim Caldwell about this. He told me when it comes to them and the Weather Service, everyone has access to the same data. They aren't seeing anything our crew isn't. As for why they're the only ones to issue tornado warnings, simply put, they are the official federal government weather agency. Some private weather companies have been known to issue similar warnings, but only the alerts from the NWS have the capabilities to alert the public through the civil warning system like weather radios. But giving people more context or a heads up on those alerts is why we issue First Alert Weather Days. That way people are prepared for potential watches or warnings. If you have a good question, you can email goodquestion@wkyt.com. I'll see you on WKYT Mornings.